Hello, my name is Jonathan Wadsworth. I'm a Senior Agricultural Research Advisor here in DFID, and I was extremely interested to participate just now in a seminar in the External Speaker Series given by Joachim von Braun, who's the Director General of IFPRI, International Food Policy Research Institute. A couple of really big messages that I take away from this presentation and the ensuing discussion was the way in which the speaker homed in on the need for new technology and research in generating that technology as a means of reducing risk and vulnerability of the poorest rural people, especially smallholder farmers. And this is not surprising to many of us who are involved in this, but it's a continuing wake-up call in a way that the food price crisis hasn't disappeared. The effects of that haven't gone away, and there's even more need now to really ensure that we do get the technology and the research moving, which will deliver reductions in vulnerability. And it was really impactful in my mind when Joachim alluded to the fact that there's a very narrow margin over the next 10 or possibly 12 years to 2020 when we really need to get things moving in order to change things radically. He spoke in a response to one of the questions that we needed a tripling of investment in agricultural research across the board, both at international level and also at national level, importantly, in order to be able to achieve the productivity increases and the reductions in vulnerability which are projected in a number of their models. The model which he alluded to put a high value on research and technology. And this is quite amazing, in fact. In the reforms of the CGIAR system, which I'm involved with on behalf of DFID, we're hoping that we can reform the system so that investors will have confidence over the next 5 or 10 years to double their funding. We will now need, I think, based on the modelling which has been recently done and was presented, we need to revise that figure and talk about tripling. And this is going to be a huge challenge for investors at global level and also for national governments and bilateral programmes working at country level. One final point which has exercised me somewhat, because in DFID, for example, we fund the global research through one funding stream, which is the research division, and we fund our bilateral programmes through our country offices and our regional programmes. And what came out to me in the discussion was the need to link those funding streams together in the right proportion. I asked Joachim what he thought the right proportion was in terms of global investments at an international research level and at a national level. And he reckoned that the sort of balance that we've got now, about a 10 to 90 split, in other words, 10% on international research, about 90 at a national level, was about right. And of course, we have to accept that there's merging, there's blurring on the margins of that division anyway. It's not an exactly clear cut split. But having said that, getting that 10 to 90 split optimum is within our grasp, I think. What is much harder and what we need to really work on is getting that tripling of the overall research effort and investments. And I think that's our big challenge for the next 10 years.